things. I think they say nowadays it's more like a national disaster when it comes to that. If they were working for me and I agreed to cook for them, those guys were going to eat mbora. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Simply Brother and this is my YouTube channel. And if it's your first time on my channel, consider to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, as well as sharing the video with other people that may benefit from it. Okay, as you know, I live in China. I'm building in Zimbabwe. So starting my channel, I started by sharing and documenting every step I was taking on my project building in Zimbabwe. Upon doing that, I also come up with the idea of buying my stuff for my house from China, which also resulted in one of the biggest call that I've started like shipping together with others. So if you're one of the people joining the channel today and getting inspiration in that, you're welcome aboard, and I hope we can work together in the future. So guys, today's video is a follow-up of the video that I did last week. I did it on Sunday. So yeah, if you have watched it, I was just talking about, you know, some requests we get from these servicemen, you know, in Zimbabwe. So yeah, I was just sharing my part, and I also wanted to hear other people's opinions on my queries. But I also got to learn that, wow, that was just not me. It's something that has been happening, and a lot of people have been asked such things by the people coming to work for them. But there's one that actually got me, and it really drive my attention to it so much. And these requests are outrageous, as you have understand that, of course, when you are building and asking for this labor, I don't understand why this is just in Zimbabwe, where you will meet service people like with these builders, people who do sorts of jobs, or contractors at your project. They always want to ask about these extra things outside of the money they charge you for the job. They want to ask you for a place to stay, food, etc., etc. But last time I was talking about the people who are doing cleaning at my in my house, and they had requested that I should buy food for them while they are working on my property. And like I said in that video, I refused to give in to that. I also stated to them point blank that, okay, I only need their service, not to feed them. Yeah, if they want to eat and something, it should be something coming out of their own pockets. It shouldn't be my burden at all. They have to deal with that. If they want me to feed them, then we're not ready to work together. But eventually we settled on them dealing with their own food, and I don't have any part on that. Then it comes to the part of, yeah, you know, like that contractor, I mean, that guy, they didn't ask me for a place to stay. But guys, you know what? They didn't request that. The other one is the person who asked me, like others, when I was talking to them, they were also requesting for like different sorts of things, like, will you be providing us with a place to stay, because it will make our job easier. We will need to do the job in 7 days, so staying at the place will actually give us more time and we don't have to travel. Of course, some of you came in the comment section, and even some of you actually called me to explain to me about this part, and I come to understand on that part. Yes, I did come to understand, but I just didn't want to, because, you know, my place had somebody living in there. But so I didn't want to give the place to stay. I wanted them to come and go to their respective homes, just come to do a job. But eventually I did understand that concept of like giving them a place to stay. They don't really need something luxury. They brought their own things, their own blankets and stuff like that, so they can just have a place to stay and you know, do their job. They don't have to be limited with time and traveling, caught up in the traffic jams and stuff like that. Yeah, it can be that crazy in Zimbabwe when it comes to traffic in the morning. So that would be something that would delay them to start their job, and even maybe prolong their project. But anyway, let me just go to the funny part. Yeah, I refuse to give in to the part of buying food for them. But what happened, this contractor I'm working with, he didn't ask me for a place to stay. This one exactly, he didn't ask me for that. But I was surprised. I was told now that the first day they started the job, they didn't go back. They came a bit late, and they came with their bags and stuff. So I was like, what? But you didn't tell me that you're going to leave at the place. But it's not something that made me feel uncomfortable, because even the person staying at the place, they say, oh, it's okay, no problem. They just occupy another room, and that's where they just put their things, and they're doing their job diligently, and they have respect. So I was like, okay, fine, no problem. I didn't get mad at them for not asking me for a place to stay, yet they're staying in my house. Most of those rooms, they don't have doors, so they're just improvising and just staying there, so it's okay. I don't mind. But the part that I was going to pump out money to feed them, that's the part I said no, they have to deal with that on their own. They have to find their own way of getting food supply. It has to be out of my budget. So yeah, it went on like that. But anyway, let me just go on and share some of the findings I found under that video. A lot of you were sharing your own parts, like some were saying they have been asked, they have this crazy request from the builders. They were telling them things they don't eat. They request the food, and they also have like options on what they eat and what they don't eat. So you know, kind of what builders, yeah, some people will try to find, because these people will stay longer. And especially what I notice is when you are feeding them, the time they take to do the job, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to pinpoint on that fact. And it's not only me who say that, I've heard it from different people talking about that part, that once you start feeding them, or kind of you are cooking for them, the job time, I mean the time they'll spend on your project will be longer than if you are not providing the food. Or even for some, they say cooking for them is actually a no. If you give in to providing food, it's better to give them money for that. So they say if you give them money, they're gonna work hard, because they don't want to go out of that budget. They don't want to even use that money for food. So they're gonna work hard and save some money, and they finish your project earlier. If you offer to cook for them, that project will go on forever. They will not finish. They'll even find other jobs elsewhere where they'll go and work and come to your project to eat and work a little bit. So that project may take longer than what you expect. So it's either you refuse to give in for food, if you understand, or maybe you try to negotiate on the labor cost and something like that, so you want to provide them with food, then it's better to give them the money. So if you give them the money, they're gonna work so hard, because they know that they don't want to spend their own money. They just want to stay within that amount when it comes to food. So yeah, these are some of the things that I've heard from other people as well as some people pointed on the fact that some builders, for those that will ask you to cook for them, they'll even have this crazy requests like, we don't eat matemba, carpenter, we don't eat cabbage, we don't eat chunks. You know, these are kinds of dishes people will prepare when they are cooking for builders and something. Every day. Some people will eat. So these builders will be requesting you to cook meat for them every day, which is impossible. It's expensive to buy meat every day. And then sometimes they'll be working like a group of them. Okay guys, I'm here to swap my battery. So yeah guys, so as I was going through the comments about what goes down, so I came across this comment, y'all. You see, these builders had a list of things, of requests of things they don't eat. And you know, when you're cooking for builders, there are those side of those dishes. You can't be cooking meat every day, but you can improvise with cabbage, chunks, or kapenda like that. You know, just have a pocket, because you end up using a lot of money. You use a lot of money. So sometimes you can improvise, change, you know, as you go, you'll be changing the dishes. But the builders she was working with, they had this crazy, they made sure that they say they don't eat such. We don't eat chunks, we don't eat cabbage, we don't eat carpenter, guys. So what, they were only left with what? They were only left with meat. If they were working for me and I agreed to cook for them, those guys were going to eat mbora, mbora, and they were going to eat mfushwa, all those stuff, and murione dovi. That's what I was going to be cooking for them. Because, hey, who say I don't eat matemba? Hey, those such bold builders to mention that, to state that, guys. So, yeah, it happens when you are building with this. But sometimes I've noticed that it's like most people who gonna be doing a job at your place for like 2 days, 3 days and stuff, they end up asking for those incentives. They ask for food, they ask for, extra things. I think they say nowadays it's more like a national disaster when it comes to that, because these are requests that we never heard of. Like, I live in China, okay? We go to work every day. We don't have such requests. Kuti ndipe mari transport, ndipe mari food, ndipe pekugara, something like that. But I know it can happen with some people, but when it comes to builders, I think what they're asking is a lot. They're asking a lot. But anyway, it's understandable if the house is not yet in use and no one is there. Yes, I can agree to that for you to stay. But sometimes if kana pachigara vanhu, you need your privacy and stuff like that, so that request usually shouldn't work. And because say me, I understand kana paine vanhu and you have your own money, you as builders, you buy your own, your own meals, you buy your own ingredients and ask for help. I think it's understandable. If you have to cook for us, you have to provide us with food. Guys, we have to be serious when it comes to these people. I think it's just a scam. Yeah, if you're a builder and you are here and that's what you also say and ask people for, I think it's just wrong. It's totally wrong. Some of them are actually losing these jobs because of these crazy requests. But anyway, guys, I wanted to just like do an update and a review of that video, because I realized, wow, it was just not me. And saying it actually led a lot of people to come to the comment section and share their opinions and their experiences. Okay, guys, I think, yeah, that's it. I was swapping my battery just now, and yeah, the battery is okay. It's time for me to go. Yeah, I'm leaving the power station right now and I'm going back. It's lunchtime in China, and I hope y'all having a great day. It's Friday, so y'all have a great Friday and a good weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. We do a live stream at 7:30 China time, so please do join us. And this live stream is gonna be giving a lot of details concerning the shipment that I am looking forward to. We have a container leaving very soon and it's almost full. In fact, I think the container is already full, so now we'll be working on the second container. So if you are somebody out there, you want to buy your materials here in China and you also want to join this group that I've started for shipping together to ease your shipping costs and stuff, you can also send me an email and I'll add you to the group and we can buy together and ship quality stuff to Zimbabwe for our beautiful homes, our retirement homes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, now it's your time. Go ahead, it's elastical. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.